Miss Shirley joins me now. Hi, Shirley. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, I'm glad to do it.
I'm going to start this by having everybody kind of paint a picture of who you are. So we're going to start with your age and your occupation you had most of your life and if you were ever married.
Okay.
Okay. So let's start with
Yes.
age.
I'm 90,
Okay.
and I've had several jobs, but my last job, I retired from it, was at Vanderbilt in human resources.
Okay.
And,
HR.
Yeah, and it was for both the hospital and the university. Human resources handled both the hospital and the university. So it was a pretty big job.
Yeah, that's a huge job. And were you married?
Yes,
Okay.
long time ago.
Long time ago. Did you have any children?
I have 2 daughters. I have 4 grandchildren and their spouses, and they all live in Nashville, which
That's
I know
amazing.
I'm very lucky.
And you
'Cause-
also mentioned some grand puppies too.
Yes. I've had a lot of grandpuppies. They were Cavaliers and beautiful.
Yes. So,
Loved them.
Miss Shirley, what do you feel like looking back on your life was your most favorite moment or the most rewarding for you? And there can be a few, but what would you highlight if you looked back on your life? Either any one of them in particular or just all of them?
No, well, the first one, of course, is the most amazing thing, but then you find that the second one you love just as much.
Yeah.
So that was really my happiest moments.
What about outside of your children? Any personal moments for you?
Not really, just normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And thinking of your children and all the people out there who decide to have kids, why for you was it important that you had kids?
I always wanted to be a mother and a wife and have a house. I had no career desires at all.
Okay.
It was all family. Now, it's a long time ago.
When you had your kids, were you a stay-at-home mom?
Yes,
What was that experience like for you?
great. I loved it. Room mom and all that, baking cookies, just doing a lot of things for the teachers, and it was really enjoyable.
When the kids finally left, is that when you started to look at your career?
Actually, when I got divorced is when I started looking for a career. And I had several jobs, but the best one was one I had when I lived in Chattanooga for a manufacturing company, and then the one in Nashville at Vanderbilt. So both of them were really good jobs. And I loved working. And the children were out of the nest, so that made it easier.
And based on what you just told me, you had always wanted to be a wife and a mother.
Yes.
So when you got divorced, was that a difficult life change?
Yes, it was.
What were those kind of experiences like for you as that all was happening?
The experience was that I had the happiest years of my life when I was married, and I had the worst years of my life, the second part of my marriage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that you wanted to get remarried?
No.
Never.
Never.
Never looked, never dated or anything
Oh,
after?
yeah.
Okay. We did do some dating.
But I found too many things that I knew wouldn't work, so I stayed single.
What ultimately made you make the choice that you were just going to stay single?
I never found anybody. Anybody that I found that hung around for a long time, I just got used to, but I knew I couldn't marry them, and because we've got other children involved, and there were just too many problems.
And what's that experience like been for you now as you have been single and you're now 90? Do you feel like you learned a lot about yourself?
Oh, yes.
What did you learn?
I've learned that being old is not the worst thing in the world. And I love not working at all. And I have a good time.
What do you do now? What's your favorite things to go do?
My favorite things, of course, is with my family. and we celebrate all the holidays, and we're very close. And even with my grandchildren, I'm close to them. And they're fun. They're good people. I'm so pleased with the way my daughters have turned out and so proud of what they've done with their children.
Oh, I love that. And that has to make you really proud now.
And the men that they married, they're like my sons. I love them. They are the best guys in the world. And even my grandchildren's spouses, I really love.
Has it been a cool experience for you to get to see your grandchildren get married?
Yes. In fact, since I've been at Abe's, all 4 of them have married. Wow. I've had one, they're close to the same age. Now we're having babies.
So the great-grandchildren now.
Yes, and they are precious.
What are
3.
What are those emotions like for you to get to be around with your great-grandchildren?
Actually, I'm around them a lot, but they're so young. But the grandchildren send me videos and pictures every day. And so it's like watching them grow up. And I don't bore people with pictures because I know how I feel about pictures when you're looking for them in your camera. And no.
You don't like searching through the camera roll?
No, it takes too long to get to the pictures. So I don't share many. Once in a while, one that's really good, and when they're new, when the babies are new, I show a picture. But I don't show everything that I get.
Oh, and it sounds like one of your proudest accomplishments for those people out there who are on the fence of having kids. If they're like, I don't know if I want to do this, or I definitely want to do this. What would you tell to those on the fencers looking back at your life?
Well, it's a totally different world now. And there's a lot. I mean, I think you need children, but sometimes I wonder about this world, how it's going to turn out. And I just see a lot of problems coming.
Does it feel scary to know that where the world is now and there will be a time where your kids will no longer have you? Is that a scary thing to think about?
Yeah. I hate to think about them being sad. And I know there will be. But, I know it's coming. So I
don't know. Look at you at 90. I think you're going to be around for a very long time.
I'd like to make it to 100.
Yeah, is that the goal? That would be amazing. Yeah. And you look so awesome. So what's your secrets? You're 90 years old. Shirley, you're doing awesome.
Healthy genes.
Healthy genes. Okay. Any other special secrets?
No, I exercise a lot and always have.
Very important.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite exercise?
Well, used to walking, and I've walked so much in my life. But now I enjoy the exercise that we have at Abe's. It's very good.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
And when you look at your life, is there any regrets that you have or things that you wish you would have done or wish you didn't do?
I wish I hadn't become disabled, as I've been this way for about 10 years now. And I was traveling a lot, and I don't travel anymore. And I guess probably, but I couldn't, so I think that's one thing that I missed. I've traveled a lot, but I could have done more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay, traveling more. And I always like to end on a little piece with someone with some advice or motivation or inspiration. So can you leave us with something here?
Yes, I can, especially with people who are going to move into a place like this. You've got to learn to accept things that kind of get on your nerves, like telephones ringing all the time.
Okay.
And everybody being late at any activity. Not everybody, but lots of people being late. But you just got to let it go, And it doesn't even bother me anymore. I even am late sometimes.
Learn to just live life on your own time a little bit.
Yes.
Well, Miss Shirley, thank you for taking time and sharing your story with us. It's
Well,
really
thank
good to
you
get
for
to talk
having
with you.
me.